What is up, you guys? So before we get too deep into this video today, I do want to say a massive thank you to TF Works, Toge Factory. They helped me get this 3 months sooner than what I was supposed to, so I super appreciate them. I'll have a link for them down in the description so you guys can go and support them and support me at the same time. They got me this Origin kit way faster than I thought I was going to, and I believe one of the very few in the Northeast that is running this specific kit. I still need to go back and get the rear overs and the front overs because, as you guys know, I have these Duraflex front overs and they fit like absolute junk. Most fiberglass doesn't fit great, but these ones were absolutely atrocious. So I don't know how well these are going to mend with this new kit, but we are going to find out very quickly. So I've already tried installing the rear bumper, or I won't say tried, but I've already got most of it installed. But what I need to do is trim a couple areas to get it to fit better around the wheel wells. And then from that point, if you guys can handle it, if you guys can do it, try to save the bracket plates that come off the stock bumper. If you save these bracket plates, it will make a lot easier of a time getting this thing mounted up where it needs to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that part of it, but I do want to unbox and get everything else out of the wrapping paper just so we can check everything out. The box did have a little bit of damage, but nothing too crazy. But like I said, I'm not going to talk your guys' head off. We're going to get straight into it.
That's where he's gonna. And there it is. Look, there. I love them like brothers, you know. And I've done podcasts and I've said I've grown up with these guys. And
all the things have been involved with the years and how much he shaped the sport. And I was really good to hang out with him. Let's talk about legends of the sport. We got a current while they can both get when they need to.
But I think also they're fairly calculated.
Yes.
It's just this.
right, some of the parts I just put the camera down and got this finished. Sorry, it's a lot of time lapse, but I am going to show you guys a couple little things that I did have to do to make this work with these fenders, and also just to line everything up about 95%. I'm not going to do the full lineup only because I know that there's a few things that I'll have to basically prep before I can get these done 100%, and I also don't want to do that just yet if I plan on driving it any. And I'll be doing the paint soon as well, so, but I am going to show you guys this one little trick because I don't have a front bash bar or crash bar either too, so I had to come up with an ingenious way to keep the center of the front bumper from drooping. So what I ended up doing, I have this bracket already made out. This was for the intercooler, and I just took some more of this aluminum sheet steel, I don't know what you want to call it, little aluminum flat, I guess you'd call it flat iron, and I basically just bolted into where the intercooler's at on this bracket, and I made it to where basically they have tongues sticking out right here holding up the bumper, so it's actually really solid. The only way this is going to drop is if this comes down, which this is solid mounted into the front of the radiator support. So I mean, all in all, the ingenuity is there. I still need to get a front crash bar because these cars will fold like tin cans if there's nothing up here. And I also need to do the power brace across the front, tension brackets or traction brackets, whatever you want to call them. But I mean, all in all, you guys, I can't be mad at this. This is by far the best kit I could have went with. I just wish that this was not a thing. I wish I would have just told myself, suck it up, Buttercup, get the Origin, spend a few $100s more, and be a lot better off, basically. And also, I got the rear bumper pretty close. The only thing I'm worried about on this is the muffler. We're touching, I mean, maybe it'll self-clearance itself. I don't know. I really don't want to cut any of that section out just because of how it fits. I'm actually going to do an old trick. Jimmy Oaks has done it, a couple other people have done it. I'm going to put a couple magnets that sit right behind the panels so it'll push it up against the metal, because it's doing that almost everywhere. I trimmed in here so you can see like it's not touching the inner seal, but it still needs to come in a little bit, so I'll probably get one of those magnets just to pull it up. These front fenders, you'll see in all my time lapse, I had to do a lot of work to make all of this work. And then you can see where if this was an Origin, which it's still gonna fold in, it's gonna come in from where this is at. This will still be a thing, but this section right here, the Origin, would actually be flush. So the Duraflex, not so flush. They really don't line up all that great, you can see there. But like I said, this is just temporary. I'm not really picky on this, just because I knew this was gonna be a thing. I knew that these fenders were gonna give me issues, and instead of messing up the new Origin kit, I made the fenders work for what I needed at this point in time. So, and self-tappers for the win, you guys. I didn't use anything else but self-tappers. I'll probably go back around and actually rivet everything together, but that's gonna be whenever I get the Origin fenders. I'll probably go rear overs, even though these do fit decent with the stock body and I rolled and pulled these fenders. I still want a little bit more, and I have a 10-inch wide wheel in the rear. I want to go up to a 12 and be able to run like a 285, 295 tire, and to do that I can't do it on stock body, and it probably will just look a little goofy, honestly. But I mean, who knows? You know, we're making it work with what we got at this point in time, and You know, for anybody that has stuck around to this part of the video, I appreciate you guys. Anybody else that skipped ahead to see the final reveal, you guys suck. At least you guys can go and like the video. If you skipped all the way through to this point, stop, hit like. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, and then you can leave. Whatever you want to do, but the people that stuck it out this whole video, thank you guys. I appreciate it so much. But I think that's gonna do it for now. Still a few other things, like I said, we'll have to get finished, but for the most part, like this is a big win, a big W. Throw W's in the chat. Next up is the dyno, so you guys already know the deal. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and have a good day.